Victoria, my lovely, I can't believe we've got to the end of our 12 sessions already. Time has flown by, hasn't
It certainly has.
it?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I am so delighted for you in how far you've come and the new foundation you've laid in who you are and how you're experiencing life. So thank you for taking this time to share your experiences so that other people can get a little bit of a snippet or a snapshot of what this journey can be like and what's possible for themselves. So if it's all right with you, I'd like to kick off by asking you, before we started working together, what was going on in your life? What brought you to the point of going, I need help, and reaching out for help with us?
So I found the website in January, and in January this year, I just felt like I was sick of going round and round in circles. I was reading books, I was speaking to people, I knew a lot of theory about what I thought was happening in my inner world, but nothing was really sticking. And I just felt really deflated. I didn't know why I was where I was. Everything looked really crappy in my life, even though things were going really well. I couldn't feel any of that. I was just day in, day out, being overwhelmed with fear, inner critic, doubt. Everything seemed really just unclear, and I didn't feel like I had any direction. Yeah.
So that was January. Roll on 6 months later. It's been a little bit of an extended journey. We started with weekly sessions, and as we got some traction, we pushed the time out a little more, so you had more time to implement between sessions. 6 months on, where are you now? Tell me what's going on in you and in your life.
So now I think back to January. I don't even know who that person is, to be honest. She was so lost, and just unsure of herself, and she didn't have any tools. That was the big thing. I didn't have any tools. I didn't know how to deal with fears or any of that negative stuff whenever it came up. Whereas today, I just feel a lot more confident and sure of myself, and I've got an entire toolbox, which you have obviously, that's been because of our sessions. But just small things like being able to set boundaries with people and knowing when I need to take time out for myself, and the really amazing impact that's had on my marriage, my relationship with my family. I've got so much more time for friends now, which I didn't have before, and also with work. So I just recently got a promotion, which is really exciting.
So exciting, isn't it? Congratulations.
Thank you. But I just recently got a promotion, and I think that it's all just indicative of the hard work that I've been doing. So at the beginning of the beginning of the year, I used to say, I've really got to put in the work, but I didn't really know what that meant. Now, 7 months in, it's about getting those tools that you've given me and being able to implement them in my daily life, which I really didn't have before, and it's changed my entire experience.
Fantastic. So speaking about those tools and the journey that we've been on, you and I'm curious if someone was wanting to know, well, what's the experience like of working with me and going on a coaching journey of an exploration like this? What was your experience of that?
From the get-go, you were just very warm and open. So when I came to our first session, I was just filled with a lot of doubt. I really didn't know if this was going to work, if we were going to get along. But from within the first 5 minutes, I just got this sense of calm and okay, I think that no matter what comes out of this, I'm going to get something useful. And really your honesty. So throughout the whole experience, there was absolutely never any judgment from your end, but when I needed to hear some hard truths, you were there to give that to me, but you did it in a soft way, which I did really appreciate. And just, yeah, it sort of, it feels like I've known you for a very long time, even though we've only done 12 sessions together, but it feels like I've known you for years, in all honesty.
Beautiful. Thank you. And if anyone was watching this thinking, oh, I think I need help, I think I want help, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to take that next step, what input or advice would you give them?
So when I think back to where I was at the beginning of the year and just how now I can't even identify with that person, like obviously I know that was a part of me and I accept that, but it feels so foreign, the things that I was going through. But at the time, I was so convinced that, I wrote down a list of things that I wanted to achieve. I remember when I was writing them at the time, I was like, this woman is going to have to work some serious magic in order for me to be able to achieve even one of these things. And now, fast forward to July and I've achieved all of them. It like it was so worth the risk. At the time, I saw it as a risk because I wasn't sure if it was going to work out and I didn't know what that would look like. But sitting where I am now, it's probably the bravest and best decision I've ever really made because it's changed my life so much. The other thing that I was considering at the time was, the cost involved. I was sort of not sure about, how I'd put that in, or, why would I pay money to coach myself through these sorts of things? I should just be able to figure out myself. But that is, yeah, again, the best money I've ever spent because it's on me and it's an investment in my future and my life. So yeah.
Well said. An investment in you, an investment in your future, in your life, new foundations from which you can fly. And I just want to take this time to acknowledge you for the effort you've put in, the work that you've put in, for showing up real and letting me see who you are so that I could give you the best support for wherever you were in that journey. And just knowing that you've just kept taking more and more responsibility for yourself and going, this is what I'm willing, wanting, and able to create. And between the two of us partnering up to see you get there. You are shining, beautiful, brilliant, imperfect, and just the way you need to be to get all you want in life. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.